All right, here we are. Best of 3 for StarLadder today. Should be a good one. Team Kinguin, Team Loyalty. Team Loyalty coming into this qualifier via the open qualifiers, but a few familiar names here for the side of Team Loyalty, at least in my case. We've got a rise here with Nikwafe Misha Luft for the side of Team Loyalty, and for Team Kinguin, a little bit of a different lineup this time around. No Ellis Sash coming into this game, who is their 4. But it's Hubert who's going to be playing for Kinguin this time, with Kesor, Nisha, Exotic, Deer, and Patos. So, when we get into this draft, as we take a look, Rubik Bane for Kinguin as your 4-5 support split. And then for Team Loyalty, you've got Elder Titan, who should be your 4, with the Tiny, who at least I've seen play safe lane, off lane, mid. So we'll get a better feel for where he's going to go. A little bit later in this draft, they've got a very open draft with Tiny picked up. And you see the Lone Druid get picked here for Kinguin. So it looks like they've committed to their safe laner about now. And looking pretty good in my case, or in their case, with this Lone Druid. We've seen it a couple of times for Team Kinguin, especially in the past. The bans are as follows for both sides. Team Kinguin: Sand King, Gyrocopter, Lifestealer, Terrorblade, Phantom Lancer. So getting rid of 2 big illusion heroes. And then Team Loyalty, they've banned out the Nature's Prophet, Omni Knight, Razor, Enchantress, and Abaddon. And now they go with the Death Prophet, which I can only assume is mid at the moment. And right away, Kinguin go to the Shadow Fiend, which I usually see Death Prophets win the mid against Shadow Fiend, but that's with some good rotations. Usually a Bounty Hunter's involved with that. Someone who could get a slow on the Shadow Fiend helps the Death Prophet with the Spirit Siphon to help get those early kills on the Shadow Fiend. But for right now, it's Shadow Fiend mid, Lone Druid safe lane. They need an off laner on the side of Team Kinguin. I would say something a little bit more teamfight oriented that can handle himself. Maybe a Tidehunter comes out for them. You want that Ravage into the Requiem, opening up time for the Lone Druid. As for Team Loyalty, for right now, they've got the Death Prophet Tiny. Tiny could go for throwing the Elder Titan in the 5, but it's not really a solid plan. I don't think that's going to be the case. It looks like they still need that position 5 support, and they might even need a safe laner if they throw the Tiny in the off lane. So, we'll see what they end up choosing to do. As for Team Loyalty, in terms of 5 positions, got the Witch Doctor available. Shadow Shaman could come through. I do like the Witch Doctor here. Good ultimate, good stunning potential, and as well as the fact that they honestly could go with the Faceless Void in the safe lane. That wouldn't be too much of a surprise for me. And you get that Chronosphere down with the Witch Doctor ulti, as well as the Earth Splitter from Elder Titan with Exorcism running out. It seems like it has the opportunity to do quite a bit. And instead, they'll go to the Juggernaut. So, safe lane Jug, Death Prophet mid, Tiny most likely in that off lane. Again, he could be 4 pushing the Elder Titan to the 5, but I doubt it. This leaves them needing a 5 position hero on Team Loyalty, while Kinguin need an off laner.
10 seconds remaining.
Maybe a Dazzle comes through for the side of Team Loyalty. I like that Shallow Grave, as well as the Weave works with that minus armor. That in combination with the Elder Titan Natural Order is quite nice. So it's a combination I could see coming through in terms of 5 positions that I like here for the side of Team Loyalty.
Dire team ban.
Disruptor would have been there as well, but Shadow Shaman would be a good choice. I would say Shadow Shaman, Witch Doctor, Dazzle are the 3 I'd go to at the moment for this lineup. For Team Kinguin, I do like the Tide. I think he brings a lot to this team with team fight possibilities, but Bat Rider wouldn't be that bad of a choice either. You get that lasso, line up the raises, or hold him in for the Requiem. It's a pick that Bat Rider or Tide would fit quite well with this Kinguin lineup. So we'll see what they want to go to with this last ban for Team Loyalty, and they ban out the Legion Commander, which Blink Dual Blade Mail, not a bad choice, but now the Witch Doctor gets picked up for Team Loyalty, which is, I'm quite a fan of that. I would have liked it more with the Faceless Void, but they pick it up here with the Juggernaut and Team Loyalty. They rounded out Witch Doctor, Juggernaut in the safe lane, Death Prophet mid, Elder Titan in the 4, Tiny in the off lane. A nice draft. Good combination of damage as well as lockdown with the Elder Titan Stomp, the Avalanche Toss, the Cask bouncing around. It's a good, solid lineup overall, and I do like it. I think Team Kinguin do need that big team fighter, which could be the Tide, or maybe they want that Initiator pickoff potential in the Bat Rider. Kinguin haven't exactly been playing, I would say, up to their par recently. They did beat Newbie over in Katowice a couple weeks ago, but other than that, they've been struggling a little bit. They didn't beat OG. They went down 2-0 to OG just a couple days ago. Yeah, they 2-1'd SQG as well as another team for MDL qualifiers, but when they went to Katowice, 2-1'd by Fnatic, 2-0'd by EG. It was a rough rough month, honestly, for Kinguin. So Doom gets picked up here for the side of Team Kinguin. And it lines up as Doom, Shadow Fiend, Lone Druid, Bane, and Rubik here for the side of Team Kinguin. Pause. That lets me put on my settings. There we go. Everything's good. So let's go around the horn for both these teams. Team Loyalty, Misha on the Witch Doctor. Faye's going to be on the Juggernaut. Niqua on the Tiny Rise here with the Death Prophet. Luft on that Elder Titan for the side of Kinguin. It's going to be that stand-in Hubert here taking over Ella Sash's territory on that Bane. Kasor is going to be playing that Rubik, Nisha here on the Shadow Fiend, Exotic Deer on the Lone Druid, and Patos for the Doom. So we'll be ready in just a moment. Just a quick pause coming out. Let's take a look. Lane matchup wise, I think Patos, we'll probably see him go heavily into that Infernal Blade. Should be up against Faye as well as the Witch Doctor, Elder Titan, who can roam around with the Cask as well as the Echo Stomp, but I would say maybe the Witch Doctor stays in lane. We could see a dual lane in both the off lane and the safe lane for the side of Team Loyalty, and then for Kinguin, more Doom by himself, and then Rubik, Bane going with the Lone Druid. But we'll see how this really does mash up. As case where he's looking to go with the Doom. So I actually do like that. I take that back. It looked like it might be an aggressive tri-lane, safe lane for the side of Kinguin, but getting this telekinesis up here, that lockdown, lining that up with the possible Infernal Blade as well as the Scorched Earth, could lead to a couple opportunities for kills. I would say most likely on a support, not on the Jug. We'll definitely have to see. I do like the combination of these two heroes in the off lane for them. And yeah, this is going to be a dual lane. They'll send the Elder Titan to the off lane. Nico is going to be here in the off lane as well. And then the mid matchup should be a 1v1 unless rotations were to occur. So, Faye here with Misha. Peytos
30
on way
seconds to
with
battle.
Kesor. I might actually send him bottom. I do like him top, but here we go. Looking like he's going to rotate all the way over to get that tri-lane unless they send Hubert over into the off lane. At least for now, the two of them are going to be sitting together over towards mid, and we'll see some mobility happening in just a moment.
The battle begins.
Take a look over at top. Peytos pushed away from this bounty rune. Soon right now for Team Loyalty. One for the side of Kinguin, going to be a third there for Team Loyalty. So they take a little bit of a lead, and they will send Kesor bottom with Exotic Deer, hoping for the telekinesis route. And for right now, Hubert over mid. So it's going to be a solo doom after all is said and done. And Nisha here, and with the Enfeeble, Bane's just going to be sitting, putting the Enfeeble on Arise. And then from there, trying to help Nisha win this lane, which I like that. I like the Enfeeble. It's usually a lane winner. Hubert hitting decently hard against Arise, so he's got to watch out, especially with that Enfeeble where he can't really push back the damage. And let's take a look over bottom left. Has to be careful against this bear. They do have telekinesis to work with, as well as an opportunity at a root. And it's going to stun them up for just a moment. And you look at the damage that comes out at left. He has to be very careful on his positioning in this lane. Take a look over top for right now. Peytos into the Scorched Earth. We'll see if he goes Scorched Earth heavily or Infernal Blade. I do like the Infernal Blade, but that would mean, I would say, more towards a dual lane where you use that Infernal Blade as well as a lift or a Nightmare afterwards, or you just try to get the lockdown. You try and get these kills. Lane over bottom, pushing in, and let's take another look over mid. Is right now it's Nisha and Hubert still against Arise, and has Enfeeble as well as the Nightmare ready to go. So Enfeeble comes out on Arise. Meanwhile, Shadow Fiend just farming up so well. 4 last hits for Arise, just getting completely zoned out at the moment and struggling to get anything done. Meanwhile, over top, Peytos goes into the Infernal Blade, but he has to be careful as Faye and Misha, they're looking ripe and ready to pick him up. He's not too careful.
I'll take that.
Almighty one.
So Arcane Rune over bottom. That's going to be picked up by Hubert, and that's even worse for the Death Prophet, where it's not only going to cost them less, the cooldown's going to be less on Enfeeble as well as Nightmare. So Arise, you got to expect that you're not going to get much out of this lane the second you step forward, because Hubert's here to Enfeeble you, make it so you can't last hit, and you're still stuck at 6-0 against a 15-9 Shadow Fiend who's doing quite a job. You take a look over Luft. He's got the Astral Spirit as well as the Echo Stomp ready to go, but with Arise not having much damage, it's going to be a hard kill on Hubert. He's also got the Nightmare just in case, so might not want to turn this or attempt to turn this just yet. As you see the Spirit Siphon for just a moment, but again, not doing much of anything. Well, 3 already is Hubert. They line up the Nightmare. We'll see if they get the raises. That's going to be one. There's the second one hitting. Now they turn it around as coming over is Misha. Raise hits onto Arise. He's forced to use that salve, so they rotate over the Witch Doctor. That's going to help open up some space for Peytos for just a moment as the Witch Doctor walks his way back. Some space created here by the aggression from Hubert and Nisha that forces out the rotation of not only Luft, who's now made it over to babysit mid, but Misha, who came as well. But now the cat's thrown over top with the Maledict. They've got the Blade Fury on Peytos. Not going to be enough damage just yet, especially with that Scorched Earth regen. But we'll have to walk away for just a moment. And still, we're lacking first blood in this game 4 minutes in. Freeze comes out on Arise. It's a little bit of a tongue twister. Let's see, gonna go stack or attempt to stack some camps here for the Shadow Fiend, which is a smart move. So Nikwa around the back. Kesor salving up, he's gonna be okay. Over top, 24-14 is this jug compared to the 20-9 of the Lone Druid over bottom. both farming at a pretty decent rate. The offlaner is not doing as much, but I would say the Tiny about double the CS here in front of that Doom. He's level 4, while the Doom is still level 3, but getting there. And has gone with the 1-1-1 build so far. Not maxing out anything just yet, or not focusing one or the other. It goes with the Devour as well as the Scorched Earth Infernal Blade. We'll see whatever comes next in the next 2 levels what he'll be going for with the Scorched Earth as well as the Infernal Blade. The burn damage on Misha might be First Blood, will be First Blood. Witch Doctor staying a little bit too far forward in that camp, and Peytos was watching the entire time. Especially with that crit strike chance and just the Infernal Blade that's going to be hurting as well. Easily able to get that kill onto the Witch Doctor. Scorched Earth burn as well as the Infernal burn is just too much for the Witch Doctor to handle, and they'll grab First Blood on Kinguin, worth a hefty amount of gold, honestly. So smoke comes through from Misha as well as Luft from the side of Team Loyalty. They're going to come over towards mid for the time being. We'll see if they're able to get a kill here on the Shadow Fiend, who is level 5. They've also got Hubert nearby, so a Nightmare is going to be used early. And Nightmare actually comes out onto the Death Prophet. Coming around the back will be these 2 supports from the side of Team Loyalty. The Cask is going to bounce. They'll look for the Echo Stomp. Not going to land. But now the Razes are here on a rise, and he's in a little bit of trouble as Kasor is out. There's the Fable. They'll get 1. They'll look for more. Nisha doing a lot of damage here to Misha. They'll get themselves a second one, and Luft forced to run away. Now 3-0 in favor of Kinguin, as the aggression from the side of Loyalty just isn't enough, and you're not going to be able to grab that haste if I get the Nightmare on you, says this Bane. You won't pick it up just yet. They'll actually look, as they've got the telekinesis as well as Peytos coming in to grab the kill on Luft, and it's just bad news bears for the side of Team Loyalty, as 4 heroes were over by that top room. So 1,000 net worth lead for the side of Kinguin already. Nothing doing really for Team Loyalty at all at the moment. But over top, I may have misspoken. The cast bouncing around on Peytos. The Slash comes out, mitigated by the creeps. And Faye very ambitious with that. So Omni Slash down. Doom still okay in this lane. Level 5, going the Scorched Earth build, not the Infernal Blade build for the early game, the early portion of this game. I do like the Scorched Earth early as well as Infernal Blade. I wouldn't have mind either one, but with Scorched Earth, he's more survivable, able to run down these heroes, help out his team, and that might mean that Kinguin are looking to set up as a team earlier to run down the side of Team Loyalty. There it is. First shot comes through with the Infernal Blade. Thunderclap as well. Telekinesis up. The Blade Fury's used. Maledict is going to be there with the nice cast, keeping Faye alive for now. But Scorched Earth burning into the veins of Faye, and he will fall. And Misha now trying to get the kill on Peytos, who again has that Scorched Earth regen. The Fade Bolt comes through. Kasor with Telekinesis in 5. They don't want to go in too deep as they see the Elder Titan TPing in. And an Echo Stomp would lead to a kill, but they're looking like they're a bit too far on Kinguin. Very important kill to get there onto Faye. And this is throwing both the SF as well as the Lone Druid far ahead of this Juggernaut in the early goings of this game. And 4,200 net worth already for Misha. He's got the Aquila as well as a nice wand going into the Dragonlance next. And just about 700 gold. You take a look at the Lone Druid. Just boots on him, but you look at the bear with that Midas already. For me to rise in a lot of trouble. The Silence comes out on 2, but Nisha with these raises able to get another kill now in the killing spree. Kinguin just running all over Team Loyalty at the moment. There is not much of an answer from Loyalty at all. They're hoping to get the Blink Dagger on the Tiny, who is level 6, but that's a long ways out. They'll finish off the wands beforehand, and he's just in a lot of trouble in this bottom lane where he won't have that initiating blink dagger for quite some time. Battle Fury for the Jug, that's far away. Maybe he'll get the Ring of Health or the Void Stone soon and get a Perseverance, but that Battle Fury is so far where Kinguin, with the aggressive lineup they have, are not going to really care about what Loyalty bring to the table. Radiance, of course, here for Exotic Deer. And 1,100 gold already, so doing a good job of collecting that gold, saving it up, ready to go with that Radiance, I'd say, in about 4 or 5 minutes.
Radiant are scanning.
And Doom level 7, so they've got the Doom ready to go. Could throw that at, honestly, the Death Prophet or the Jug is probably your main target for this. Phase Boots picked up, going into the drums next for this Doom. Level 7. It's just so well done by the side of Kinguin to keep the aggression up, and their farm has been perfect for these first 10 minutes. As you see, 3 of the 4 on top of the net worth are all the cores of Kinguin. Fiend's Grip here for Hubert. They've got Luft Invis, who's going to try and land that Echo Stomp. Hubert, though, Fiend's Grip raises would be enough, and if they bring Rubik in, a Fabled on top of that, which surely in line for this Doom. But they send Nico over top. There's the Avalanche with the toss. Peyto's trying to get away, and he threw out the Scorched Earth, but that's not going to keep him alive. It was only up for like a half of a second. And they have 3 heroes to get their first kill over top, but this is just space created for the Lone Druid bottom, who's working on this Sacred Relic as well as the Radiance, and when he's able to do it for free, with really no threat to his life, he's going to get that Radiance even quicker, and that's going to put Team Loyalty even further behind. Yasha almost finished here for Nisha, who's farming like a madman up at 6,000 net worth, a full 1,000 in front of this Jug. And compared to his counterpart, he's got more than double the net worth of Arise, who's stuck here with just Phase Boots at the moment. So really struggling to make anything happen is this Death Prophet, and that's due to the Bane that came over mid. Hubert, who just kept enfeebling, who pressured this Death Prophet, really made it hard for the Death Prophet to get anything done. Forced rotations, opened up the lanes for the rest of his team, and Loyalty, they're feeling it. They're feeling the pressure that came with the open space that Kinguin got, and the amount that they're up ahead right now at 4,000. They're going to find Rise. He's got to be very careful. The silence comes through. Luft throws out the Astral Spirit. Gets the sweep on the Rubik. Not sure that's the move. Faye might be forced to move forward with the rest of his team, and I don't see much happening for them as the Doom is out on the Juggernaut. They've got these raises coming through. Nisha doing a lot of damage after the Requiem gets the kill on a Faye. They look over as the Maledict is going to take down Peyto, so it ends up being a 2-for-1 at the moment. Kinguin, not the benefactors of that trade, but they do take out the Juggernaut. For a second, Faye might just use the Omni Slash there onto the Rubik, but ends up holding it in. Nisha just comes to pick off the Witch Doctor. Okay, and is able to TP out successfully. So Misha goes down. Nisha gets himself to 5-0-1. Look at this net worth at the moment. Exotic Deer, 3,800, has the Relic, or has enough gold for the Relic. And then Nisha again over mid. They'll kill off Arise one more time, and I think that comes off the back of just the Nightmare as well as the Telekinesis. Stealing the Crypt Swarm is K-Sword.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
So it's turned into a 6,000 net worth lead. Lone Druid, Shadow Fiend both up a massive chunk of gold. Just the whole Kinguin in general. Nico has the Blink Dagger, Blink, Avalanche, but lifted up, thrown down. Nightmare on Nisha, Earth Splitter's out, Omni Slash, everything thrown the way of Nisha. And it's a 6-times kill streak that's taken out, but Nisha gets the kill post-death onto Luft. So they end up trading 1-for-1. Yeah, that's a big kill for them and a lot of gold there for the Tiny, but All the while, Exotic Deer, he's bought that relic and has just about picked up this Radiance.
Double damage. Almighty money.
Aqua Avalanche missed. The silence is out from Arise. The runaway with the Scorched Earth. Peytos should be fine. And surely it will be. Still 10-4 in favor of Kinguin. 6,000 net worth lead back up there for them as well. The question is going to end up becoming, is there anything you can do to stop Exotic Deer? He hasn't really been involved in many of these fights. He doesn't have to be involved in many of these fights. He just continues to farm, and now he's got himself that Radiance figured out. Or finished off. Smoke from Kinguin, they'll head over top. 4 heroes trying to protect Exotic Deer as he's continuing to push, continuing to find that farm with the Midas as well as the Radiance. They'll push in on this tier 2 tower, and if they don't find anything, they'll just grab the tower. Nobody coming over yet from Loyalty. They're pushing a tier 1. Why not trade that for a tier 2? Exotic Deer, he's okay with that. Sends the bear over. Here he is with the rest of the team behind enemy lines, cleaning up the creep wave, and this is surely a tier 2 for them. They also force out the glyph, so if nobody comes over, or maybe they do come over and they find themselves a fight that's beneficial for them, they could go for the tier 3 as well. They could continue to push if they feel the need to, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Exotic Deer, Nisha, Kasor all coming through. They're going to force the side of Loyalty back, but this is 8,000 net worth lead for Kinguin, and the push is on. The sweep's out on the bear. The damage is out onto the tier 3. Now you don't have Echo Stomp for another 5 seconds. Low on mana as well as the Elder Titan. So how do you stop this tier 3 push? You don't. You really just don't unless you throw everything in the kitchen sink their way. The Avalanche comes through onto the bear. They'll look for the Astral Spirit for just a moment, but it's sent back, and now he doesn't have that for 10 seconds, which means he can't land a good stomp. Cast comes out. There's the Stolen Toss from Kasor into the Infernal Blade. Now they've got the lift as well as the Fade Bolt. Misha's going to be dead to the burn damage of Infernal Blade. Now there's the Doom onto the Tiny. Kasor ends up hitting the deck, but he's just a Rubik, and they've taken out the melee racks.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Kinguin, 16 minutes into the game, have taken out a melee rax. They're now up 10,000 net worth. Loyalty not really able to do anything about it except kill off an overextending Rubik. Battle Fury finally finished for the jug, so this farm will get better, but again, they're just behind so much that I don't know if it's going to matter all too much. Let's take a look at the Shadow Fiend. He's going Dragonlance, SNY, not your Blink Yules build of the Shadow Fiend that I've been seeing a lot more, which I do like, and that's probably due to the fact that there is so much to stop that from working. A Silence from a Death Prophet, Echo Stomp from the Elder Titan Cask, as well as the Avalanche. So the Sentry, they smoke is 5. But Kinguin are staying close together, and it's going to be a tough smoke gank attempt for Loyalty. Scan from the Dire into the Roche Pit. Smoke's going to be broken. Nico blinks forward. That's going to be the Rubik ahead. He might give up his life for the greater good. The Fiend's Grip onto the Tiny. Now they're looking for this Requiem, but it's not going to come through as the Echo Stomp lands. The Omni slashes through. Nisha, Kasor both dead. Peytos trying to run away. 2 kills for the side of Team Loyalty. And they will take that, as well as go right into the Roshan with this Exorcism. They don't exactly take it that quickly. Bear looks for just a moment, left on the high ground, looking for the Echo Stomp that he needs to keep them out of the pit, and they don't even finish off this Roche. They bring it down to half health, and with Kasor back up and Shadow Fiend in 18, just don't know if they feel like they have enough time without the pressure, or with the pressure of Kinguin to get this done. And it's going to be Aegis for Kinguin. Summon the bear. That gets low. Nisha. He's back live. He'll join the pit. Kill off this Roche. Grab that Aegis. Things are looking good as Rise sent back thanks to Peytos, who's got the Scorched Earth, moving forward with the drums. So again, Kinguin just doing so well to pressure Loyalty where they can't really get much done. They can't even get the Roche done successfully, and they end up giving it up to Kinguin, who are 10,000 net worth ahead, and just continuing to steamroll Loyalty's towers, the fights, the base, everything. There is no stopping them at the moment, and the only one trying to make something happen deep is Juggernaut, who's got the Asha. So his farm's bumping up. He's still behind the Shadow Fiend, however, and heavily behind this lone Druid, who's finishing off the AC soon. So Peytos, K-Sor moving over bottom with the rest of the team continuing to push. Faye is nearby, has a TP. I don't know what he's doing staying this close. He knows he's got a TP. They spot him. There's the Blade Fury. But the Fiend's Grip is out for Hubert. He stays bottom just way too long, and this is going to be enough to get the kill. Faye goes down. He never TPs out. Dead for 54 seconds. No buyback, and that for sure means heavy pushing from Kinguin. Kinguin will push. Nisha with the raises, Midas, everything is here. Look at how quickly they shred that tower. Again, they have the top Seterax gone. And Loyalty sitting in a real bad way, down 14,000 net worth. Avalanche onto these creeps. Nico just trying to defend the tier 3. The bear doing a lot of damage. The Maledict comes through. Echo Stomp's going to land on just the bear. Look at how much he's able to tank, especially with that extra armor talent coming out from Exotic Deer. He doesn't need to even be close. And this bear's got AC, so 41 armor. Resummon is available. And again, they'll just wait for the creeps. Got Hubert with the Aether Lens, K-Sor with the Blink Dagger, and Stomp. Try and stop those creeps. The slow siege is on from Kinguin. Cask bounces pretty deep here for right now. Nisha avalanched up, but won't be coming in just yet. The Glyph is used, and that's going to be down for quite some time. And that might be the moment where Kinguin want to continue to push on forward. They lose the bear. 300 gold goes to the Death Prophet, but they just resummon it. And Nisha, as well as the rest of Kinguin, will retreat. And that's going to be at least the shrine, which they'll take very quickly.
Dire's bottom shrine has fallen.
Creeps are beginning to push over mid. Blink Dagger still just the only thing that this Tiny really has. He is level 13. Jug finishes off the SNY, but I don't know how much that's really going to help him with how far they are behind. 16,000 net worth lead for Kinguin, continuing to just build up, bulk up, and push. Again, nothing really stopping them, and there's not much that Loyalty really can do. All they can really do is watch. They know one fight means the death of it all. They're just kind of hoping that Kinguin back off for a moment, but there's the telekinesis. That's going to lift him up. The double damage is here from Nisha. With one more strike, we'll get the kill. Peytos in deep. There's the Doom. Eats the Omni Slash coming through on Nisha with the Requiem raising up, and the Fiend's Grip blocking in this Jug. The Blade Fury is stolen by K-Sor. They look over to Rise, who just bought back. Nisha will get the kill again. He's got that Aegis getting a little bit low. They'll take out the Elder Titan as well. He'll buy back. and no more Death Prophet for at least 60 seconds. Look at the rest of the team. Cast bouncing around a little bit, but it just doesn't look like Team Loyalty have the damage to get anything done. Echo Stomp blocks in two, sweeps him up. They look over at this Rubik with the toss, but that's over on Anisha. Again, Blade Fury from Faye, not doing anything, and they'll take him out, down for 60 seconds. And it's now a 3-on-5 with the Aegis finally expiring on the Shadow Fiend. Pressure continuing to mount from Kinguin. They'll take out the Witch Doctor, take out this base, and take out the game, and they win game 1 in this best of 3. Take a look at the scoreboard, 11-2 for Nisha. Exotic Deer, no kills, no deaths, but look at his barrel, look at his net worth. He was up there and all good at top of the net worth. Nisha did a great job at 11-2-3, and just really not much happening at all from Loyalty. They were unable to get anything started. The pressure mounted immediately from Team Kinguin, and they win game 1 in this best of 3. We'll be back with Game 2 in just a moment. I'm your caster, BCOP, at BCOP92 on Twitter. Follow me there and know when I'm casting, and we'll see you in just a moment.